You'll understand in a moment why. But we use far, far, near, near when it's quite important to wound healing. If it's like, you know, you learned so far, you learned the interrupted suture, you learned the continuous suture. The continuous suture is not used much, but it's used if we have a very big wound, right? And we don't have a ton of time to close it because it's faster, right? We don't do all these interrupted. The interrupted ones are used commonly if it's a smaller wound, if it's not that important with the healing, and this the result, the cosmetic result. And this next one is known to give a very good cosmetic result, but requires a bit more time than an interrupted suture, right? So I will show you what that looks like. It's another interrupted suture, and it's called far, far, near, near, and that's because you begin the suture by having it in this forehand position. So we begin exactly like an interrupted suture, where we enter about that 1/4 of an inch out, go up. So exactly like and enter again on the other side and come up. So far it's the same as your interrupted suture, but now we need to put it in a backhand position. See how now I put the needle in a back drive. Now we're trying to enter near and exiting near. And by that, I mean as near as these mats will allow. Now we're taking a very, very small bite here. And in the mat, you probably need to move it out to like 1/8 of an inch, because else it will tear through. In real skin, you can move it extremely close to the edge, because it actually has a lot more toughness than these mats. So you bring it, you do one near bite the other way, and now again we want to do another near bite. So one near bite, and then again enter across and do another near bite. Okay, so you did a far, far away, out, and enter and up. So far, and now we did a near and a near. So it looks like this before you tie the knot. Yeah? Okay? From here on out, it's the same. So you adjust such that your tail is not, it does have a lot of tension, right? Because we've gone through a few times now. You adjust it such that the tail is not like crazy long, yeah. There. And then again, it's just a matter of doing the exact same as before, where you put it in the middle in between the two that you're lugging. You're going twice around, you're grabbing it, pulling it down. And here again, try to look a little bit when you're tightening. I only did the first, right? I'm now starting to look, is this what we call accommodating? Basically, is it nearing each other in the fashion that I want? I can put a bit more tension to it if I wanted to touch even more, right? Or I can loosen it a bit if it was a bit tight. You can see how you can do these adjustments on the fly, yeah? Because it's this first knot that really defines how tight everything will be. So then look at it, oh, okay, I'm satisfied with my result. And then I lock my knot. Yeah? And then I cut my lines. So that is far, far, near, near. So it look like that, yeah? And why is this better than the interrupted? It is because the near and near stitch combines the edges of the skin perfectly. If you line it up right, where you enter near and near, you're taking that edge and you're just making them touch perfectly. So there's a perfect touch there. So when the suture is removed, that is kind of what defines, does this turn into a big ugly wound? If, for example, the edges are a bit from each other, everything in between will turn to scar tissue, right? Or if it's very touching, you'll get this very, very fine, just this tiny line of a scar, yeah? But it does, as you should see, it takes more time, yeah? You do that all the way down the wound. So far, far, near, near. This is the technique I use when I do laparoscopy, because we end up giving the patients usually three to four wounds, right, for the keyholes for the surgery. So this doesn't take me half an hour more to do this technique versus the interrupted suture. So why not try to give them the best result possible, right? Yeah. But if I'm doing like a laparotomy, which means that we split the stomach open from right under the rib cage all the way down in below the bladder, because this is like acute surgery, we have to get into the abdomen quickly. That is way too big of a wound to do these fa fa nia nia. It would take me an hour to close the skin that way, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's practice these. They are very good because you practice forehand and backhand now. Yeah.